Carrie Prejean, unemployed, says the Miss California people tried to force her to pose for Playboy. We will revisit this whole topic with Michael Musto.
Carrie Prejean. Carrie Prejean fired for breach of contract. Carrie Prejean has a different story. Michael Musto is here. Need I say more? You can call it the post-Jean error. As we told you yesterday, Carrie Prejean, the runner-up for Miss USA and proponent of opposite marriage, became opposite employed when her Miss California title was revoked. Our number one story, the bickering from both sides continues. A new California queen is kind of making sense. Michael Musto is here. He's agreed to be monitored with this bell for bad taste, comparatively. For her part, Prejean claims she was canned because of her anti-gay marriage beliefs. She's also now claiming that living up to her contract was hard, telling TMZ.com that the pageant asked her to pose in Playboy and appear on the NBC reality show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and that, quote, from day one, the pageant wanted me out and they got what they wanted. Donald Trump allegedly told TMZ that Prejean treated the Miss California people, quote, like the S word. Well, he didn't say the S word. And on a morning show circuit, the director of the pageant, with new queen in tow, made his case for letting Prejean go.
There were tens and tens and tens of appearances that she was not available for. She wasn't cooperative. I mean, the correspondence that went back and forth is documented. She was saying that she couldn't do appearances in Hollywood. She was having other responsibilities that would keep her from appearances.
It's the last time you heard somebody say tens and tens and tens. The pageant also says Prejean insisted that every offer that came down the pike should be presented to her before she turned it down or accepted it, which might explain the reality show and the Playboy thing. Joining us now, Michael Musto, Village Voice columnist, also the author of La Dolce Musto. Michael, good evening.
Hello, Keith.
I just want to remind you, I have this bell here. I used to use it to break things up during our primary coverage. So if you hear that sound, it means you've sort of gone towards the edge there, and I'd like you to sort of back off.
It's a deal. Just don't pan down because the wind just blew my pants off.
First off, is the politics
already
here? No, is this politics or is this breach of contract? I mean, who are we going to believe in this?
It's a little bit of both, but you know what? Donald didn't mind her breaches back when it turned out that she had done a commercial. Didn't mind her breaches. I don't hear a bell. Nope. But it turned out she had done a commercial, she had done a nude shot. Those weren't in her contracts. He stood by her because she was a financial entity at that point. But now I hear, Keith, and this is for real, sponsors are pulling out of the pageant because of her politics, so suddenly Donald is appalled by her breaches, okay? It's poetic justice either way. I don't care. This is kind of like when O.J. got convicted for robbery instead of beheading two people. I'm fine with it.
It's yes, it's the postman always rings twice, yeah. Which she'll be appearing in a road version in about 10 years.
I don't want to hear that bell ringing twice.
No. She released an official statement today. She said, I am proud to be an American and blessed to have had the opportunity to exercise my freedom of speech. Once again, this has nothing to do with freedom of speech. I am excited and looking forward to where God leads me in the future. I know He has big plans for me. All right, look into the crystal ball that you carry around with you at all times. What is the plan, the big supernatural plan for Carrie Prejean?
If this is the same God that booked her on that nudie shoot, I think she needs to switch agencies. But I think this God could probably get her a cameo on the Viva Laughlin reunion special, maybe an audition for Rachel from Cardholder Services. But I think she actually does have a point with the free speech thing. Not that God has anything to do with that. But dumb opinions are protected by the Constitution, but not bad behavior and tacky earrings.
But also, that's the government. The government did not fire her from this job. This is a private company. They can fire you tomorrow for what you write in the Village Voice. They can fire me tomorrow for what I say
and
here.
They will.
Well, yeah, eventually.
After this appearance.
Well, eventually. We're not necessarily tomorrow.
Right, but let's be clear. I don't think she should be fired, and I always said this, for her opinions. Dumb opinions are protected. She should be fired for breaking her contract and being a biatch.
Agreed. It's kind of, I'm touching the bell, but it's not really ringing there.
See, the bell's on my side now.
The I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here complaint. Won't there come a day in the immediate future where she will dream of getting to be on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
No, she still has 40 other plus states to deal with. She has other issues like trying to stop Chastity Bono from transitioning, running through the Tony Awards with Mace, I don't know, passing laws that hairdressers shouldn't have Monday off. And she could do all of that while also battling Blago in the Costa Rican jungle.
Tammy Farrell is the new Miss California, and she said that about each state should decide on gay marriage. And it's silly with all this controversy right now that the world is looking to beauty pageants for the answers. Is that the smartest thing we've seen so far?
I agree. It is very silly. We shouldn't ask them anything except what's in a cheese sandwich or who's on first. But as long as we have this system, you're pretty dumb to answer the second gayest man in the world outside of Richard Simmons that you don't like gay marriage. You're going to lose, honey. I say let's let's abolish the whole question thing. Let's abolish the whole pageant thing, Keith. We're so beyond these kind of bigotry spouting women trying to cure cancer in bikinis.
And last point, Ms. Prejean said yesterday Donald Trump was the only one who liked her and maybe he was looking out for her best interests by firing her. Could you translate that into some language that is spoken on Earth?
Again, let me defend her uncharacteristically enough. I think if he does like her, he'll free her from all the ribbon cutting and pet store openings and say, go off and do a reality show. That's better off than being Miss California. By the way, I'm being very nice tonight because Bill O'Reilly said I engage in hate speech, and I don't want to offend his delicate sensibilities. I'm sure he has a bell, too. That's very Pavlovian. I'm looking for the food trough. It's like feeding time at the zoo here.
You have no idea of the meaning of that last bell. The one and only Michael Musto, as always. Great thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
That's